Welcome back. Let's put this in the ether. You know, women know, right? Women use sex to control men because women know that when it comes to sex, right, men are weak at controlling it, right? So that's why I'm just saying in all my videos, guys, you have to control your urges because women know that you're weak when it comes to sex. I can't blame you. I'm a man. I understand men have need, men have urges, but you need to know how to control your freaking urges, man. These bitches right there, they know your weakness. And that's why they're doing it. That's why they're wearing these skimpy outfits, right? These skimpy outfits, these 3 or 4 outfits to attract you and to trap you in this relationship, this false relationship that they think you're in love, but you're not in love. They don't know how to love you, man. They only know how to draw resources out of you. They only know how to take things from you. That's what they know, right? So they also know that you're weak. If you let her control you by your sexuality, right? By your sexual nature, you are by default a weak man. You are one of these simp out there. These simp men are sexually weak. They give into any kind of sexual pressure out there, right? You do not let her have any power over you if you don't give into your urges, right? They hate that. Right? Why do you think they wear all their outfits is skimped, right? To attract you. Right? Once you harvest the power of not giving her attention or not showing interest in sexual desire, then you will render the power useless. Right? You need to be stronger than that. Right? Girls are not dumb. They're not dumb. That's why they're implementing all these tactics. That's why they're using all these stuff. Right? All these beauty concealers, makeup to cover up their blemishes, to make you more arousal, right? Wearing all these colors, they know how color works, right? They know how color works. They know like certain colors will attract men because certain men will identify a certain color as attractive. For instance, red, right? Like the song "Lady in Red" is an attractive female. Red also have a significant meaning as well for sexual affection, right? Like arousal, right? When a woman when a women are aroused, they usually get red. They blush, right? That's why they do all this stuff. That's why they put all these makeup, put all these colors. They know what they're doing, right? They try to make themselves more younger, more appealing, because they know guys are attracted. They know what guys are attracted to, right? Some guys are attracted to big booty. Some guy attracted to big titties and stuff like that, right? That's why they're getting all these surgeries to make themselves more attractive. They invested all this money to make them sexually attractive to trap you because they know that you are weak when it comes to sex. You could be stronger than that, gentleman, right? You could control yourself. Just don't be weak to your urges. That's what betas do. That's what these simp orbers do. These beta orbers, whatever it is, right? These are just weak men that's given. These are these Hunter Bidens that's weak. That control yourself. If you now control yourself, you have so much influence, so much control over her instead of letting her control you. And at the end of the day, that's what she really wants. She wants control over you so you can take your resources. When it comes down to it, it's all about a money game, right? It's all about money. It's not that difficult to understand. What do women want? What do women desire most out of men? Money. What do they do with their money? To fulfill their unhappiness, to fulfill their hollow shell. Right? They think money is a thing that makes them happy to buy all these useless junk, right? Why do you think most women out there are hoarders? Right? You don't know that. Most women out there are hoarders. They buy all these useless junk. They're thinking all these useless junk will make them happy, and then what do? They accumulate so much stuff, and now they pile up with all this stuff. It's a psychological, right? And most women have psychological issues, right? But they know how to trap men, right? Granted, both sides of the aisle have some psychological damages, right? But women use psychologies and know how guys use their psychologies to manipulate men, to know what men want, and that is sex. They monetize that. Why do you think they usually exploit sex? Right? They use sex to control men. Why do you think prostitution is the oldest field? Because that's the only thing they have. That's the only thing women have is sex. Right? And they use that in their own interest to trap men, to trap multimillionaire, to trap alpha male, right? So men need to learn how to control their urges better. Learn how to say no. Learn how to hold yourself back. Because I know there's some weak men out there that do not know how to hold themselves back. That his pull-out game is weak, right? So once you know how to do it, man, it's gonna be a godsend. You will not have any woman having power over you, right? They can use their sex to get information, to get something out of you. There's always something with them. They always want something out of you. It's not your affection. It's not. They want your time. They suck your time away from you. Women, right? They suck so much time away from you, right? Once you let them, right? So you need to control yourself. Be more responsible, right? If anything, go celibate if you want. Why do you think monks don't have women can have no effect on monks? Monks are their lifetime celibate. They don't let sex control them. Why do you think monks are so strong when it comes to mental? Right? They know how to overcome their sexual desires. Your desire will lead to your downfall. When you have too much desire in your life, right? You can't control yourself. And that's a sin. Sin is the same as sin. Right? You not let your sin take over you. Once you let your sin take over you, that's it. It's game over. Right? So they're not stupid. They will use their sex to get anything out of you. They will seduce you with sex. Right? That's because that's all they have. Right? And men, yeah, and they know that men are weak when it comes to sex. It's already been proven over and over. Look at Kobe Bryant. They use sex to extort him. Right? They plan. It's all set up. Right? All this stuff. All the downfall that happened to men all involve sex. And this sex could either use to destroy you or use to benefit them. Right? So out there, man, you better be careful who you plant your seeds. Which bitch you be careful to mess around with. Right? You better be careful like a squirrel with a nut, man. You better be careful. Because if you don't, man, they will prey upon you. They will use their sexual nature to get you into compromising positions, right? To get you in a position that you don't want to be, right? Next thing you know, they trap you in a marriage. They use sex to control men, to be in their favor. They use sex to control policy. They use sex for everything. That's all it is, right? I hate to say it, we live in a sexualized world, right? It's like, you see, like every day, every minute, you know, things get more sexualized more and more and more, right? 20 years ago, it wasn't sexual exploitation, but it wasn't as bad as today. Right now, it's going above and beyond. It's off the rail, right? Back in the 90s, sex, yeah, there was sex. Sex sells. But it's not to the point as right now where there's OnlyFans, when there's girls are basically allowed to monetize their sex the way it is. But back in the 90s, it wasn't like that. The only way for you to monetize sex is either by being a centerfold, pornography, or prostitution, right? Now there's the internet. The internet have made it easier for women to exploit men using sex, using being a cam girl, being an OnlyFans model, right? And prawn have gone to digital ages now. Now it's easier to access it, right? It allowed women to monetize their sex to entice men to fall for their OnlyFans, $5 a month, 50% off, all these nonsense, right? And guys are falling for it, and many are these simps. So don't be controlled by this, man. You're being controlled. They use sex to control you, basically. So if you're a guy who easily controlled by sex, man, you're a simp, man. And I'm not talking to the guy who already knows this information. You already know information. I'm not talking to you, man. Get away from here. But there's a lot of men out there who do not know this, right? Don't be so influenced by sex, right? Know how to control yourself. Put little Johnny away, and there's a time and place for it, man. When it comes to business, you're not supposed to focus on that. Remember that women are always out there to get resources out of you. And if you're a high-figured man right now who have a six-figure salary, you should already know this. If you make a lot of money, right? There's no reason not to know this information. If you are super athletes, I don't know how does super athlete not realize this, right? These super athletes are so weak and beta. They should already know when you make this much money, 304 is going to come out the woodworks for you, right? Celebrities, you already know 304 is going to come out the woodworks. So The best way, how you not realize to not control your urges, right? This 304 is gonna come out the woodwork. Is the best thing for you to learn is control your urges, right? And be selective who you mate with. So if you don't, you will be a beta male simp, right? I don't care how many girls you get, you still a simp because you can't control your urges. Right? A strong man is a man who now control their urges and not cave into their pressure of women's sexuality. That's what it is, man. If I'm conveying my thoughts clearly for you to understand, let me know. If you agree or disagree, leave your comment below. As of right now, am I making sense? Do you agree or disagree? Leave a comment below. And on that note, guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and peace and blessing. All right, take care.